All right, welcome to the Meme Ranch. Tonight we have a breaking news story we're going to delve into a little bit. Russia, this is from PBS News. Russia seeks malign influence over the 2024 presidential election. Basically, the DOJ is warning. So what that means, some bigger detail on that is here's a headline from the Daily Dot. Media startup, which is Tenet Media, from Benny Johnson, Tim Pool, and Dave Rubin, was a secret Russian influence campaign in the indictment charges. So, just for some clarification, by me reading this headline, that's propaganda from probably our government. And so, what I want to get into is how just the fact that this indictment has come down ties Russian influence to right-wing influence or MAGA influence. And to me, this is troubling that they're trying to say that these two interests are aligned. But just before we get into that, I've got Leon here. And Leon Genesis, we're going to play his music tonight as we go through the story. So Leon, fill us in.
Hi, I'm not a virgin. Let's go. Oh.
So what's this track we're going to play tonight?
This is Actual House. It's Neon Funk.
And you're gonna have this posted where people can out
Soon.
All right, we'll just stick with me, Ranch.
But I got the link right here for you. Party, 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 baby.
Come on, do it. All right, just fireworks then. No fireworks? Oh, it's not working.
It right.
Yeah, you have to do it right.
Oh, there we go.
Hell yeah.
It's not gonna work.
It looks great though, Ken. Oh, there we go.
Hell yeah.
All right. So, Kaylin, help me scroll through this a little bit. Turn down the music a little bit, Leon.
I got you.
Yeah,
Kaylin,
so
you can talk, Kaylin, as you're doing this.
the media startup from the reactionary commenters like Tim Pool, Benny Johnson, Dave Rubin, Lauren Southern, this Avengers of conservative media, secretly received funding from Russia, according to this new indictment that came from none other than Merrick Garland at the DOJ. It stems from the indictment not of these influencers, but of two employees from Russia Today, or otherwise known as RT, with violations of the Foreign Agents Registration Act, FARA. Some of you from our Egon Shalakian streams, know we've been looking at FARA paperwork. Anyways, it says that the participants, they participated in a $10 million scheme to create and distribute content to U.S. audiences with hidden Russian government messaging. Now, stop right there, because that's really important, because that kind of gets to what you were just saying about how we could be peddling what the DOJ wants us to say at the same time,
Right.
at the same token. Not to sound like, we're, just parroting, the argument to this, but at the same time, Tim Pool and a lot of these people have been voicing their opinions on a lot of issues consistently for the last 5, 6, 7 years. And all these things now trying to say that they're peddling Russian disinfo, it kind of seems like it's an opportunistic grab by these Russian infiltrators to say, like, hey, like 80%, 90% of what they're saying, like, we agree with to an extent. Maybe they want Trump to win, that's been documented, throughout history in recent time. Maybe they just think that it's a boon, that they can basically pay these guys to continue doing what they're doing. But I don't think in any way any of these people were intending to just like peddle the Kremlin message. What do you say, Ixala?
I just think that this is possibly a good example of a two-tier justice system, because there's people on the other side of the political spectrum that are getting money from who knows where, to distribute information that would be maybe harmful to Trump or like the DOJ's interest, let's say. So we're not going to get those indictments, though. We're not going to hear anything about those cases. There's going to be no headlines generated from that perspective. So, to say that this idea that DOJ's come out, he's got the FBI director sitting next to him. It's a big deal. In fact, let me just pull up a segment of that real quick because
pull up the Merrick Garland thing, because that really makes it real for a lot of people. And this is a big story. Like the fact that so many people, I mean, I can tell you just firsthand, whenever a colleague of mine was talking about this today, they didn't even realize who was involved with Tenet Media until I kind of spelled it out for them. So once that kind of came into the picture, this really hits home, because this is what you were saying earlier. It's an attack on right-wing media because it's kind of a gotcha. It's hard. I think that I legitimately think that Tim and others are like victims here. And there's not a whole lot, like there's a lot you can do to fight back whenever someone's making allegations against you. But whenever you're being painted as the victim, it is like, it's almost like a hook, line, and sinker, like for like the government, because they can basically say all they want, but they're not getting, like, you're not in trouble, but we're just telling you why you were a victim, and that is kind of messes with.
At the same time, you're a victim, but you're also aligned with the bad guy because of what you're saying. So one of the things Tim Pool said in his stream tonight is we were basically a licensed partner with Tenet Media, who got paid in the allegation, they were paid by the Russian influence operation. But the allegation isn't that the allegation is that what Tenet Media was doing was, we're going to have to let the indictment speak for itself, so to speak. We'll do that here in a second. But what was going on was bad. Like what Tenet Media, the product Tenet Media produced was bad because it was counter to American interest. Well, all Tim Pool says he was doing this whole time in his stream tonight, if you can go watch it for yourself, is we didn't do anything different.
Well, let's summarize it with his tweet statement.
Yeah, we only produced the show we always produce. So the implication is whatever Tim Pool makes is anti-American, according to the DOJ.
Never at any point did anyone other than I have full editorial control of the show, and the contents of the show are often apolitical. Examples include discussing spirituality, dating, and video games. I think lately they've been talking about simulation theory and stuff like that. Is that right? Yeah,
it's all over the place. It's Culture Warp was the show that was licensed to Tenet Media.
Yeah, so I mean, they're almost doing like, they're kind of like offshoot, like they wanted to create like a little meme ranch on the Tim Pool ranch.
Yeah, it's a good example.
Yeah,
it's more than just politics. It's delving, it's coming from a point of culture and humanities.
So play this video. We have it right here, Merrick Garland.
Okay, hang on.
Try to full screen it if you can.
I am. Here we go. Just tell me when to stop.
An internal planning document created by the Kremlin states that as a goal of the campaign is securing Russia's preferred outcome in the election. The online infrastructure used by the Russian public relations company, known as the Social Design Agency, or SDA, and related actors, included what are sometimes referred to as cyber-squatted domains. These websites were designed to appear to American readers as if they were major U.S. news sites like the Washington Post or Fox News. But in fact, they were fake sites. They were filled with Russian government propaganda that had been created by the Kremlin to reduce international support for Ukraine, bolster pro-Russian policies and interests, and influence voters in the United States and in other countries. Internal documents of the Kremlin describe the content as, quote, bogus stories disguised as newsworthy events.
Kalen, is he talking about Tenet Media here?
No, I think he's talking about like the other sprawling areas of this. See, this is a really sprawling affidavit. I was looking at it earlier, and like it goes to many, many different corners of media content. For example, the affidavit includes memes.
Really?
Yeah. I can try to pull that up.
Can we look at that part real quick?
Yeah, let me.
They've been trying to get memes for let's see, like 7 years now, maybe more. They tried to ban them in the EU first, and I forget the name of
Formerly
the bill.
known as Maymays. Formerly known as Maymays.
Okay, so I have a little bit of example of what he's talking about there with the different outlets. We can kind of start with that, and then I'll show you guys the memeage.
I'll keep us on that spot on the actual announcement.
Yeah, so let me know if you can see this, or if I need to
Make it a little bigger. Maybe here I can do it. There we
Holy
go.
Fuck.
does that look
Russian,
good? Okay.
baby.
So
People don't read Russian.
here's like all these examples that they have. Some of them look very like mainstream media, you know, what the heck. But there is, okay, here's like the Washington Post one.
Right.
So I think these are all the different examples that they're talking about for different outlets that were different articles that were meant to look real but were not.
Where's the memes? Is there a
Show
meme?
me the memes.
Show me the memes.
Now.
Is there an illegal meme section on this document?
Yeah.
Dude, there's nothing like a good illegal meme. I fuck with those heavy.
You guys want to hear an illegal joke?
Oh, hell yeah, I'm down. I love a good illegal meme.
Oh, wait, is Jacob here now?
I don't think so.
He is
Oh, he is?
he is currently not here.
Okay.
Oh, shit. You guys see that?
That was it.
Yeah. Look at this. This is such a funny meme. I don't even get it, but I think the fact that I don't get it is even funnier.
Hold down so we can see the header.
Oh, okay, wait. It is in English. I think there is a translated one.
No. I want to see the header to this section.
The Meme Factory.
What?
The Meme Factory. That's like the Meme Ranch cousin.
And this document is called what, Kaylin?
This is an affidavit, the doppelganger affidavit.
That the DOJ has used in this filing?
Yes.
So they've got a section called the Meme Factory, and this is the affidavit filing against Tenet Media, or not Tenet Media, but
this is like the RT.
The RT employees or whatever.
Yeah.
Their affiliation was alleged to be.
Right. Yeah. So, I want to get up a little bit.
I want to read that real quick.
My fellow Americans, welcome back to the stream.
Let me get the right page. This is I might need to Control F something, but page 164. Okay, remember that.
164.
I want to see what it said. Okay, so
Leon is currently going on a pee break.
Hey, Leon, you can play your music if you want. While we're done.
All
So
right.
people can hear it. There we go. Leon Genesis, everybody, providing the
Leon Genesis going on a pee break.
this affidavit is kind of hard to read.
Let's just pick a point and start reading. I want to read that header down.
I know, I understand, but I just want to figure out what is SDA again.
That was the. Isn't that what they? Hold on. Was that what Merrick Garland just called?
Oh, the social. Okay.
Social, I can find it again if you want me to.
Under the direction and control of Russian presidential administration, and particularly Kiriyenko, the Russian company's social design agency, Structura National Technology, and Dialogue have used, among other things, the subject domains, which include cyber-squatted domains impersonating legitimate news entities. So now that we have that clarity, it mentions something up here about SDA's content varies from project to project. However, it can include videos, memes, cartoons, social media posts, and or articles. SDA's content delivery also varies each campaign, but often relies heavily on social media posts, driving targeted audiences to domains SDA controls, like the subject domains. So then we get into these different exhibits here. Meme Factory.
I'm very curious about Meme Factory.
164. That's what we were just on. Sorry, guys. It's really hard to navigate. It's like part of this is searchable, part of it's not.
I think they spent months putting this together.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
going on here?
So we're just getting into the Meme Factory behind
Jacob, they have a section in this indictment called the Meme Factory.
Yo, this is crazy.
Did you know that?
I did not.
Okay, so there's translations of everything. I'm getting us back to the English translation.
Is this an American document?
I believe it's a DOJ document.
This is a DOJ document.
Do they translate it for foreign nationals that they?
Yeah, they've actually translated everything. So
this is amazing. This is going to be at the Meme Ranch at our next art show.
the Meme Factory. Memes are humorous images, videos, audio recordings with high viral potential, ridiculing topics relevant to Ukrainians within the framework of the main subject area of the project. The Meme Factory produces a stream of images for further distribution on the social networks, Facebook and X, Twitter. So this meme says, boss, this is Foreign Officer 12. Foreign Officer 12 found some sort of pipe. What should I do with it now? U.S. Congressman, approve assistance to Ukraine. He presses the approve assistance to Ukraine button.
This was never on any of those people who are associated with Tenet Media's social media. So I don't understand how this has any bearing on their case.
This is like a web.
I think this is an example of what a meme is. Maybe I don't know.
I know. I think this is an example of like some of the content that SDA was like promoting.
I know, but it's not an influence operation if it has no influence.
No, but the influence operation, like, okay, so like this could be an example of one that just like didn't work. Like nobody shared that
Why
meme.
would they show that?
I don't know.
I'm not.
I think the DOJ is really bad at like, you know, making people like convincing people on like certain things like this. Like I think that they just find like one example and they're like, okay, we can just use that, you know.
Oh, well, what's the next one?
So the next one is kind of funny because I also don't understand it, which for sometimes the less it's so this one. This is Netflix made a film about foreign official sex speech at the United Nations.
Crazy. Do you not get it?
I didn't get it earlier because it was in Russian. That was the one that I was reading, but now I get it.
I guess they're referring to that's Zelensky.
Yeah. Cartoons. This is a Ukrainian meat grinder cartoon. This is this is Biden holding who, and then Zelensky is standing over there. What is that?
These are creepy pasta memes. This is weird.
Let's see.
Who is that?
Scroll back up. Okay.
Was it a like a Ukrainian leader?
And then so the offense. This is about the summer offensive. And then scroll down.
Daily
Okay.
200 units per month. Video clips.
What is? Okay, yeah. See this one.
I don't even see the Ghost of Kiev in here.
One number one, no one else. Dick pics
What is-
only?
This is augmented reality.
Are they finally going through my dick pics? That's kind of gross.
Okay, so it may include the delivery of images, screenshots of documents, correspondence on social media networks, derogatory photos, text comments, videos, audio recordings, and other content. Let's see, this is an example. What are you talking about? One user says, Vicky Oster says, who is owed 5,000? My husband serves. I did not get anything. This other dude says they are giving it to parents.
Oh, interesting.
This other one says, and the wives are getting to suck dick, as usual. Could you explain clearly what are the 5,000 for? You are not entitled to anything. Payments go to the parents. I was told in social welfare not count on anything.
So this is claiming that Ukraine is not paying the wives of dead soldiers,
Mm-hmm.
but it's apparently augmented media, so it's a falsified image.
Sleeper regional groups and social media networks. What?
The most popular social media networks in Ukraine are Facebook and X. The promotion of Russian agenda is in the Ukrainian segment of the social media networks is also complicated by the aggravated rejection by the majority of audiences and any messages and statements in favor of the aggressor country during the conflict. In this regard, the proposal is to create and develop a network of communities positioning themselves as Ukrainian regional news groups for a long term. At least, oh shit, this is getting into Shalakian shit. Oh shit!
Wait a minute.
Yo, guys, okay, this is all I care about. This is all I care about, man. I can't tell you enough. I am stuck on this part of the affidavit. This is crazy. In this regard, the proposal is to create and develop a network of communities positioning themselves as Ukrainian regional news groups for a long term, at least 4 months. In such a dormant state, communities gain an audience with the help of targeted advertising, seeding, and organic reach. At the right moment, having gained weight, communities become a point of entry and a channel of information dissemination favorable to the Russian side, and they become channels for influencing the local audience in Ukraine. The most famous recent example of a community working on the basis of this technology is the anti-Russian Morning Dagestan Telegram channel, which provoked riots at the Makhachkala airport in October 29th, 2023. The network of sleeper communities will also be in demand after the end of the special military operation.
Where's the Shalakian tie-in?
The Shalakian tie-in is the fact that this is saying basically developing a network of communities positioning themselves as Ukrainian regional news groups for a long term. So this can tie into like Alatra's role, if they have one at all. If they were giving essentially a message in the beginning that has pivoted or changed or shifted since the one that they were starting. So I was like talking to someone today. I was like, does a cult necessarily have to stay on message for its duration, or can it pivot its message at some point when it becomes convenient?
Pivot.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not saying this is the case, but it's just where my suspicions have been leading me towards is how much of Alatra, the Egon Shalakian cult network group, how much of it has authentic Ukrainian ties as far as like its founding, and how much of it has the potential to be polluted or corrupted, and we do know that Alatra has a marginal amount of pro-Kremlin talking points, but we also understand it's a complex relationship and they don't necessarily agree with Putin on many aspects of the war. But I will say this, there was that one guy who was posting earlier about how, did you know that the Tucker Carlson grocery store segment is mentioned in this? I can't remember if it's
when he went and talked to Putin and he talked about how good the grocery stores are in Moscow.
Yeah. There is an element of that is featured. I think it's either in the case, in the indictment, or the affidavit. They are two separate documents. So I think it's mentioned in this thread.
Dude, my parents are making popcorn right now. Hell yeah.
Ooh. Okay, here we go. On or about February 15th, 2024, Helena, one of the defendants, shared with U.S. Company One a video of a well-known U.S. political commentator visiting a grocery store in Russia. I believe U.S. Company One is Tenet.
Kaylin, I have the Tucker thing if you want to see it.
Yeah, let's play that in a second. Or go ahead and play it right now.
Can we pull it up?
Yeah.
Anybody to Tucker Carlson? Think of my little kitty from my childhood. So motherfucking cute, man.
Here we go.
Orange cat.
The longest standing feature of Cold War propaganda in the West was the Soviet grocery store. No products, no choices, shoddily made things. This. And it wasn't actually propaganda, it was real. And you can look up the pictures on the internet if you want. So we thought it would be interesting to take a look at a contemporary, modern-day, 2024 Russian grocery store 2 years into sanctions.
Apparently, Tucker Carlson wasn't content to just let Vladimir Putin walk all.
To realize that ideology we were just putting in the cart what we would actually eat over a week. And we all came in around $400, about $400. It was $104 US here. And that's when you start to realize that ideology maybe doesn't matter as much as you thought. Corruption. If you take people's standard of living and you tank it through filth and crime and inflation, and they literally can't buy the groceries they want, at that point, maybe it matters less what you say or whether you're a good person or a bad person. You're wrecking people's lives in their country, and that's what our leaders have done to us. And coming to a Russian grocery store, the heart of evil, and seeing what things cost and how people live, it will radicalize you against our leaders. That's how I feel anyway, radicalized.
So that's why they.
What is he even getting at?
Yeah, so can I go back to what it was saying real quick that before we hop in?
No, that's probably enough of that.
Yeah, so what it says here, the defendant posted the video in the producer Discord channel. Later that day, producer 1 privately messaged founder 2 on Discord. They want me to post this, blah, blah, blah. This referencing the video the defendant had posted, but it's, quote, it just feels like overt shilling. Founder 2 replied that founder 1 thinks we should put it out there. Producer acquiesced, responding, all right, I'll put it out tomorrow. So the founders here of Tenet, which we're calling them.
Well, no, we're not. Somebody else is calling them.
Yeah. No, you didn't let me finish, but I was gonna say we're calling them Lauren Chen because other people are associating them with Lauren Chen and her husband. I mean, let me just show you, like, founder Lauren Chen.
Oh, whoops.
This is what other people have put together. Founder 1 is Lauren Chen, who gained these contacts when she worked for RT between March 2021 and February 2022.
Damn.
Which Lauren, she seems like a pretty nice woman. Like, I've followed her content for a long time, and but
she's pretty for sure.
She's the one who's getting kind of thrown under the bus in this whole thing for, like, allegedly duping Tim and company.
Are they saying she's is she implicated as? Are they implicating her?
Well, I think that
is that how it could be read?
Like, she's the one being, like, implicated as, like, the misleading one who, like, didn't really allow the other parties to know who was financing this, essentially. Tim and other people were unaware of who was really financing it because the founders were allegedly not very forthright about it, from what I understand.
Bring up the Jeremy thing.
Well, this is Ashley St. Clair, so this could be a defense. Let's see. A DOJ indictment suggests that Lauren Chen is an alleged Russian agent who is said to have accepted upwards of $10 million to start Tenet Media and push divisive political rhetoric, Russian propaganda in the U.S. Chen has encouraged Republicans to withhold their vote for Trump for not being conservative and pro-life enough. She has advocated against the 19th Amendment and said Hamas writers on college campuses were being arrested for free speech. She has stated that Trump has abandoned Christian conservatives for the Enriquez and Jamals. Seriously, going to leave this clip here for an appearance I did with Constant Kristen and Francis Foster months ago, where I said I believe this rhetoric to be boosted by foreign influences and money to cause division before the election. This is kind of based.
Exer was misogynist because he said there's two genders, right? But what I see on the right is actual genuine misogyny.
I don't know that that's organic, and I may be stepping into my own conspiracies here, but I don't think it's coincidental that right before the election, the right becomes the exact caricature of what the left had said the right was for years, and it wasn't. You know, many of us on the right knew that the right was not, you know, this anti-Semitic, misogynistic group of folks. And now all of a sudden we're seeing this rise in misogynistic rhetoric and people who fundamentally believe that women shouldn't vote.
Those of you out there who will just say, well, it's simple, we need to repeal the 19th. And trust me, I am no fan of the 19th Amendment myself.
So it turns out that some portions of the internet are just now finding out that I don't actually support democracy, and they're very upset about it.
And people who fundamentally are siding with the people taking over our universities right now, I don't think that's organic. I think there's a lot more foreign bot farms and outside influences boosting these people in the retardo sphere than we have any idea about right now. I think it's fundamentally really damaging to allow this rhetoric to go on, this misogynistic rhetoric.
I'm just trying to delve deeper into the conspiracy. Are you saying this is kind of deliberate to get Republicans to look dumb and offensive so that they lose the election?
I believe so. I really believe that this is boosted by things that are inorganic, because when you look at the engagement on some of these accounts, it is bananas. At least I don't want to believe that many people truly hold those sentiments. And maybe I'm just too optimistic about humanity and people, but I don't think it's organic at all, that all of a sudden this is sprouting up and we have this many people who genuinely believe that women shouldn't vote. I don't believe that's the case.
I don't know. Maybe Ashley's naive, but I think that, one thing I'll show you guys too as further maybe proof to what she's saying. A couple of days ago, some of my colleagues started flagging these text messages that they were receiving that were purporting to be like pro-Trump and like trying to get people to vote for Trump. And here's an example of one of them that was received. I'm not sure if you can read. I'll try to full screen it.
Mm-hmm.
It says, Kamala Harris is no role model for our girls. She slept around, married late, and has never experienced the holiness of pregnancy and childbirth. Maybe that is why she doesn't understand the sanctity of life. A Christian woman would never run for president. We cannot let the Democrats elevate this woman as a role model to our girls. Vote President Trump. Stop to end.
Sexual purity, huh?
Yeah, so they're like promoting like sexual purity in these like pro-Trump text chains.
Interesting.
Well, did you notice what the video is actually trying to say about her? Do you know the 19th Amendment?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like she's the one doing it. It's interesting.
Who, Lauren?
At the end of the video, she said, "I can't believe there's people out there saying women shouldn't have the right to vote," and then there's multiple cuts of her saying that they shouldn't by repealing the 19th Amendment.
Wait, that was two different girls, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
My bad.
My
bad.
No, it's okay. That was Ashley St. Clair, which is funny because it's like she's so based that I could literally think that maybe she does believe in the 19th Amendment repeal thing as well. And that doesn't mean I do by calling her based. I just mean like I'm like calling someone epic.
She's
based.
She's based for believing that.
I love women. I'll always love them.
Hey, if you don't want your wife to vote, just marry a foreigner.
Jesus Christ! Get a mail order like everybody else.
You better be careful. You're
know the deal.
I've made that joke before, so I feel yeah. Yeah, but no, I mean, I think that it's like I do kind of jive a little bit with what Ashley Sinclair is saying in that video that we just watched. I am nervous about all this, though. I think that I really don't think it's a coincidence in the sense that Alatra and other, disinformation campaigns, maybe Alatra is entirely, there's only Ukraine. It's in a Ukraine box. Let's just say, for sake of argument, there is no potential Russian tie there. I do think that these foreign countries, whether it be Ukraine or Russia, are engaged in the same exact practices that we were reading in that affidavit. So whatever it is, whether it's the Alatra cult, whether it's, Kremlin ideas, like it's all the same motifs, or not motifs, but like methods. So we started talking about Shalakian recently, and then like this kind of just like snowballed into now we're talking about this completely separate thing. And I just think that there's a lot of this stuff going on right now. It's like the flu.
It's election season.
It's election season. But I will say this, like, most of us just read about the Russian disinformation claims and stuff like that. But I feel like let's just say most people just read about foreign influence campaigns. They might see a screenshot of it, but I feel like, like we've like organically run into it. recently here.
I mean, that's what happens when you're on the avant-garde of art. You're experiencing life as it happens.
Yeah. And I mean, even just the fact that, oh, before I get into that, I wanted to ask, do you think in any way, shape, or form that the people behind Tenet, the people who received any money from them, like, do you think that, you know, if all this is said and done, if the case is adjudicated and it turns out that these right-wing commentators were victims, do you think that that puts any pressure on them to try to get rid of the money that they accepted, or do you think it's like fair game for them to keep it?
I think so.
There might be some legal aspects to the money. Like they may not be able to give anything back until this is resolved. I don't know how.
Right. Yeah, I would fully agree with that. What were we going to say, Jacob?
I don't know if they're going to. I think it's more like the potential victims are going to try to do something with their social media personality to try to give back in like other ways, like just having more of an affirmation of independence. Maybe not even getting involved in any other media conglomerate, not owned by themselves. I think that's my.
So you kind of cut out there for a second. Not get involved with what?
Oh, sorry, my mic is very far away. I think that the people involved might avoid the media conglomerates after this, in order to just keep this from happening again to them.
That's a good point. Can I jump in here real quick, Justin? It makes me think that
Jacob,
I'm sorry.
Ooh,
It's the J.
J-man.
J-man. It makes me feel like, you know how on social media there's a push, there's NewsGuard, and there's all this pressure to do things from trusted, verified sources.
Yeah.
This is kind of a narrative that bolsters that idea, like that push, because these independent media groups can't be trusted to safeguard themselves from outside nefarious influence.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that?
I definitely agree. Like, there's a lot of, like, whenever I see reporting from different media groups on X, this is my main criticism of X right now, is that it's supposed to be advocating for a new independent form of journalism, but there's no legitimacy behind, there's no name behind them. There's no New York Times, there's no Wall Street Journal. It's just these people, you kind of just have to trust these people rather than, because normally a journalist, if they do something wrong, Kaylin, is this correct? Like if they make a false report, it's like on their credentials.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it happen to other people. You know, I'm not immune to it. I had a kind of a funny incident that happened to me whenever I was an intern that got corrected very quickly, but it was like, you know, it was just like it was a simple mistake. You know, there's different levels to it. There's like accidents, and then there's, you know, intentional malpractice.
But
that
you can do
that can range from just like being too quick and not caring to like be careful with your facts, all the way to like trying to be intentionally misleading.
And then
for some,
in order to like give themselves a semblance of that legitimacy, they form their own independent media groups, like Jeff was saying.
Well, I was going to say to put a cap on what you're saying. If a journalist is found to be doing that, there is that thread of discipline that's sort of lingering over them, you know, because you're not just, you know, you're representing all the people that work for your company. So it's like it's almost like a mob. It's like if one of your colleagues finds out you did something that was just like completely like unconscionable as like a report, then you could your fellow colleagues could just be like, yeah, F this guy. We're not going to work with him, you know?
I don't have any. Oh, go ahead. Let me make one thing real quick. So I remember when they launched Tenet Media, and my intuition was why. And I know it sounds easy to say in retrospect, but I was like, Tim Pool's got a well-established influence on across the web, and so do these other people. Why do they need something else where they're coming together? I kind of feel like this was a honeypot from the beginning.
I mean, it was.
Well, I know, but I'm saying like on a, I don't know, it just sounds crazy to say, but I just feel like, I don't know. I almost, maybe I'm trying to say, I feel like they should have seen it coming. Like, why was this a good idea?
I think you're right. I think the goal of, especially if the founders, so especially something like this, the entire value in Tenet Media is that they have Tim Pool and Dave Rubin, right? And who was the other one?
Lauren Southern, and then three other people
that was named in that.
Benny Johnson, and then there's two others that like aren't
These
really
are all
even that.
people with multi-million subs on different across different platforms.
But it never really took off. I want to.
They're not the ones running the company.
Right, and like their whole branding, like none of the branding for Tenet Media really looks like anything that they would. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys a video of the branding, and this kind of coincides with something that I posted on X earlier.
Do you guys agreed? I mean, do you, like really reflecting on this, don't you think Tim and these other guys, not to be mean to him, but don't you think they should have seen this coming? Like this is obvious. Like what? Why?
Okay, yeah, that's like kind of what I was getting at. Like they're kind of wasting. I don't know why they agreed to have someone else be in charge of them when they really didn't have to do that.
I think they thought that they could kind of autopilot that this would just be like an autopilot thing, and it would be giving them like clout for not really having to do that much.
Now, if I put my business hat on for a minute, I can see why. Okay, because what a lot of business people do is they build businesses and they sell them. So I could see potentially like Tim Pool thinking, okay, I'm going to put my name behind Tenet Media. I'm going to have an owner stake. At some point, Fox is going to come along and say, this is too cool. This is the new thing. We're going to buy it for like $1 billion. And they cash out. That's the only reason I could see.
Yeah, so I want to show you guys what the quartering said. So this is Matt Christensen. He's one of the 6 Tenet commentators. And the quartering said on October 24th, 2023, Matt, who is fundraising this, smiley face, or who is funding this? I commented to the quartering today because I came across this comment. And I said, what were your suspicions at the time, Jeremy? Because why would the quartering say this? It's just so, it seems innocuous at the time, but now it just seems like he maybe knew something.
It makes me think there's some talk on the back channels that we weren't seeing.
I think I've pissed off basically everybody. That's what happens when you're a free thinker.
Anti-establishment or right-wing or dissident media is just their slurs slung at the people who are doing news correctly.
When the media says dissident or anti-establishment, I mean, when I hear it, I think base, very cool.
Free speech is under attack that we self-censor. Maybe they take us down individually. It's a lot harder to do when we're grouped together in this way.
I worked for several massive corporate news organizations. And what did I learn? They lie. Their agendas matter more than the truth.
Wah, wah.
I never saw this promo either.
Yeah, doesn't it seem so? It's too self-serious. It's kind of gay.
Yeah,
like
I'm gonna be honest, man. It's a little too serious, dog. Like, gotta tone it down. They're like,
here, let me like. Say something, Elon.
Okay, but then
CNN lies, fake news.
I used to suck on cock. Now I lick pussy. Wait.
Yeah, man, get him with that synthwave vibe. Get him with that chill, based, cool synthwave vibe.
Yeah, put on some of that music, Leon, while we're talking.
Yeah. Hold on. I got you. Oh wait, I don't really got that, but
I got a Destiny video if you want to watch it.
Yeah, bring that on.
I wish I could.
Basically, Destiny thinks that he called this. He thinks that he called this like
Dave Rubin, I think, is his name. Like, do you think he's like
Oh my God.
actually retarded, or is he like a paid dude?
My assumption would be that like people make too much money in the space to be paid off by Russia. But now I don't know like how much of their audience is even real, especially as I've been diving into all this bot shit. Like these people might make way less money than I actually thought. In which case, like if Dave Rubin only makes 250,000 USD a year, you could easily buy him off. People in media should publish their taxes. That's like a thing people should have to do. I don't know.
Ukraine is the enemy of this country.
Do you think he's literally being paid by Russia or just retarded? I don't know at this point. The thing is that the marching orders are so consistent.
That volume's a little low.
The Hinkles, the RFKs, all these like conservative weirdos online that also make appearances on RT and shit. I don't know if they get paid through some Russian. I feel like if there was a huge payment scheme that somebody would have uncovered it by now.
Ukraine is our enemy.
Conservatives are generally the ones right now. Generally, they're the ones that are primed to believe like every crazy conspiracy on fucking everything. But it's so funny because when anything regarding Russia comes up, they're like, no, I don't think they would ever do that.
Why?
Russia.
Yeah, why
Russia? Would they really try to? No. I mean, or maybe
being funded by the Democrats. I will stress this again. One of the greatest enemies of our nation right now is Ukraine.
I'm sorry, we don't like evidence. I'm sorry. I'll wait for that to show up on a Tim Pool podcast, and then you'll believe it. Jesus Christ. My God, you motherfuckers will cite Russia Today and believe it over your own fucking intelligence agencies. It's so wild.
Is now accused, a German warrant issued for blowing up the Nord Stream pipeline. Triggering this conflict.
You never think agents in Moscow are each day laughing for spreading stories via X or Tim Pool just to see who can make you more upset at the insanity? That would be funny as fuck.
Ukraine is the greatest threat to this nation and to the world. We should rescind all funding and financing, pull out all military support, and we should apologize to Russia.
Wow, now it makes me this whole
temple
thing-
for Russia.
the whole Russian thing is actually a Ukrainian operation. Wouldn't that make more sense?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the
Aegon lives on, dude.
I think that's the funny
great.
thing about the finger pointing and the whole Aegon thing, because it's like Russia and Ukraine are like pointing each other's like fingers at this, at that. Like I think that like understanding Aegon on a micro cosm can like help us like understand this like on a more macro level perhaps.
Mhm.
What are you gonna say, Jacob?
I think it's very unlikely that Tim Pool had no idea where the funding for Tenet was coming from as a likely partial owner. You said, Jeff.
Or it was licensed, right? It was licensed out his podcast.
Well, okay, so let's clarify. What I heard tonight was that Tim Pool said yes, Culture War, which was the show they produced and then licensed to Tenet Media, was a licensing product and it's owned by Tim Pool.
I see.
And there's a fee paid by Tenet, but he didn't disclaim the fact that he might be a part owner of Tenet Media. I don't know, and I'm not making that accusation. I'm just saying, all I was saying was, I was trying to figure out why these people would come together. Like, I had this question when it launched. I just thought it smelled weird. Why would Tim want to do this? Why not just keep it in-house? Why not be vertical, and have everyone making him money as opposed to like him working for somebody else? I don't understand the value in that. And like, it went for Benny Johnson and all these other people too. I just didn't understand. And so like my saying that maybe there's ownership at stake was just trying to put pieces together. So I don't know. I mean, it just makes sense.
Do you think Lauren Chen was like, listen, guys, I got a backer for $10 million and others for however much, whatever other backers they had. And we're all going to get together and we're all going to make a bunch of money.
I mean, that's a good business pitch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then Lauren Chen, I guess, allegedly wasn't very forthright about where the money was coming, but she said she gave a name, she gave some sort of false name or something like that. I think the indictment like gets into like what their pseudonyms or whatever were. But yeah, I mean, this is bad for Tim regardless. The only positive spin that he can give this is that this does feel like Russiagate 2.0. We know that
it's a Russiagate redo.
We know that the government has cried wolf with Russia before. And if anything, this is almost trying to 1 + 1 = 3 the situation and be like, okay, you guys thought you discredited the Russia thing last time, but here's this, and this is even harder to disprove because this is about media. And I think that, you know, there's gonna be some cohort of people who will be like, okay, the Russia stuff was never really overplayed from the begin with. This is just more evidence to what we originally believed, you know. I guess I don't know. That's just what I'm assuming. Like the destinies of the world are going to be, you know, saying. So
that clip you showed was from a couple weeks ago of Destiny.
Yeah,
he's going to be all over this tomorrow, this weekend.
Yeah, I mean,
that'll be on the cover.
I just can't. Maybe I'm seeing. I do think I am definitely like looking too much into it on the Aegon thing, but it's just so interesting that we decided out of, you know, a random Thursday last week that it's like we're gonna start looking into this. Hey, what's up, Rasmus? Welcome in on the stream. We're just in the thick of this conversation, but yeah, it's like we just decided to start talking about Shalakian last week, and now we're talking about a whole completely different disinformation thing. It's just disinformation season.
To Electra. Could be, should be, would be.
Yo, welcome from Sweden. That's pretty sick.
Sweden, let's go, baby.
Yo, Rasmus, tell us, are people in Sweden talking about this disinformation campaign here it's happening in the U.S.? People y'all
still like PewDiePie?
Yeah, tell us all the goody details.
Oh, what can your chair do this?
You did it.
Good meme.
Speaking of memes, boys, I got something loaded. Y'all ready?
Oh, yes. Give it to us.
All right, here we go. Let me just fucking put this shit up.
Deep dive. Oh my gosh. You're welcome.
Oh, this is too French. Yo, Rasmus, you got it all backwards. The Shalakian thing was French. This is
all right.
This Tenet Media stuff. No, this is big in the U.S. It's big in Japan. Big in Japan.
It was announced by DOJ, and so it's official.
Big in Japan.
Japan. Let's go.
What are we doing?
Oh yeah, sorry. I had a meme and it went away, but I got it. Hold on. It's your favorite Democrat in the world. Shoe on head. Let's go. I don't care what y'all say. I'm in love with shoe on head. All right, here we go.
Let's get this chat fired up, everyone.
We respect women on this channel. True. We respect women's rights.
Oh, there goes my webcam.
Women's rights to shut the fuck up.
Hell yeah. All right, that's enough.
That video's so funny, the second one.
Keep playing the second.
Oh, go. Hold on. Love that meme.
This one's so funny.
Oh no!
Oh no! Ancient meme afterwards.
Hell yeah! I gotta get a new battery.
Get that battery.
Webcam.
But yeah, I don't know really what else there is more to say right now about the Tim Pool stuff.
He's talking about how you're kind of like behind because he's known that Elantra's done AI videos for 3 years. But dude, Shalakian called Kaylin. They had a phone conversation. That's why it's relevant.
No, I don't think he's trying to say there's anything.
No, he said that he discovered Elantra has been making them for about 3 years.
Yeah, no. Honestly, we got. I will say this. I think we did get a handful of people on the Shalakian train just because they were curious and they looked into it deeper. Because I've had several people, much like Mike, whenever he first joined us, you know, like just people DMing me on Twitter, like showing me stuff. Some of it I've seen before, some of it's new. You know, there's Destiny. Honestly, was the ultimate netcaster on this. Like he got a bunch of people out there looking into this. Thanks for sending me down a 5-hour rabbit hole today. Fucking wild. Dude, I know it takes over your brain. welcome to my world since last Wednesday.
We've actually after our stream last night, we went down another rabbit hole. We didn't even. I think somebody sent it to Kalen, but it's like a talk he gave in Ukraine.
A talk who gave?
It was a Egon talk he gave at that little table talking about Hollywood's influence. Amazing. It was an amazing talk, but it's just so weird. The guy is just, I don't know. He's weird.
Okay, I will say this, Rasmus. Okay, so we're gonna have to watch the Shalakian video from 2012, or I'm sorry, 2022. It was 2020. It was 2010 or 2022, because Rasmus thinks that the call was AI. I really don't think the call was AI, and I'm gonna show you guys. This isn't the subject of the video, but we might as well do it since you guys are watching. Let me pull up this vid.
Is this the one we watched last night after stream?
Yeah, it is.
And on this video is interesting, you guys, because on the videos Shalakian you normally seen he's sitting like this, really still. In this video, he's there in a group, and he's like using his hands to talk, and he's turning his head so you can see he's a real person.
Yeah, I think this might be the best video of Shalakian talking that I've seen.
Panel about, and I've met her in the past for legal reasons, and so they're open. They're ready to hop
Finally,
on. They've already hopped officially on board, and there it is. You've got the people.
I know, that's what I
have
thought,
Sean
too.
Penn with us, Oscar in front of everybody, and you realize that is gold to deliver the message you want to deliver, be it DOD, be it energy, whatever the argument is. They want in on that, and they need a shepherd. And that's the role we should be playing. That is not their background. So I'm just trying to present opportunity that should be availed. It's there, everybody.
Thank you so much. Yeah, on our previous meeting, I don't remember, maybe on one of the previous government relations.
Yeah,
forum,
so
we discussed direct panel.
I don't want to get into that whole video, but that's just to show you guys the way Aegon talks. He speaks in a slightly more animated way. I'd say a lot more animated than the ones that he does, the videos he does for Creative Society. And yeah, I mean, I think that the call was real. He laughed at some things in the call. I do think that he has a weird way of conversing. The 20-year comment, I think, was just an unnatural, uncanny kind of joke that people don't tell. It's only kind of a funny joke to Shalakian because he's just eccentric.
Yeah, Shalakian definitely got autism.
Yeah. Us autists can relate. You know,
Yeah.
we get each other's humor.
We're going back to the webcam. My bad, boys. Just how it is. My
Broken.
bad. Yeah, I know my fucking battery died and my other one is not charged. So, freak off, man. That's what we get.
That's what we get.
Freak off.
But yeah, crazy times we're living in, guys.
So
there was
got any more on the Tenet deal, or we?
I think honestly we should let it cook for a little bit. I don't want to get too much deeper into it.
Don't worry, there will be a video eventually.
Yes, there will be more videos to come. Are we doing after hours today? I know I said we were gonna do it yesterday, but I got distracted with some other stuff.
I could do it.
Only if you want to.
Like after hours. You guys like drinking?
Yeah,
video games.
He wants to drink during the game stream.
Yep. Sometimes.
I think I need to.
I
take my
think
leave
I
right
think
about
one
now.
stream, Kalen. We should.
Thanks for jumping in.
Yeah, no, for real, Jacob. You the goat.
All right,
You
see you guys.
you the joke.
Jacob.
The joke.
Blazing J.
Blazing J.
Yeah. I was thinking we could do little. Sometimes if we're like really free, we could do drinking games while we talk to chat and shit and play video games.
Yeah, I'm down for that. I'm always down to have a little whiskey.
Pretty dank. Hell yeah, some whiskey. Send a beer,
beer,
please. What kind of beer? Do you like American beer?
I like all beer. I like.
I'm talking about Rasmus.
Oh, okay.
Rasmus? I don't know how to say. I'm sorry. I'm kind of retarded.
He sent us something. I'm trying to pick it up. Your link didn't go through though, unfortunately, Rasmus. Unfortunately, it did not. Send a beer, please.
Yeah. Just got over. How y'all lads doing?
Bro,
dude.
Bro, welcome in. Stink meaner.
I don't remember this one.
And,
no, yeah, Stink's new.
Rasmus.
Stink.
Let me. If you want to whisper us,
American beers.
We'll get that link.
I like this guy's accent. You're cool, dude.
Haven't tried so many American
Cheers.
beers. Well, what are we drinking? What are we drinking to? I don't know.
What do they drink in Sweden? That's what I want to know.
We'll get you a nice Bud Light or a nice Dos Equis.
Don't do that.
Or no trans Bud Light. Just regular Bud Light. And what else can we get him? Let's get him a Bush. Let's show him what it's like to really just hate yourself.
What is this? This is from Tenet?
This is Tenet's. This is their whatchamacallit.
Love the AI.
This is their thumbnails.
Local peers. Like what?
My colleague's asking, was Tenet supposed to help or hurt Trump? One theory I'm hearing is that the content was so dumb that it looked pro-Trump, but really was working against him. I think both. It was supposed to foment discord among the American people. Yes, but to what end? Just weaken America on the world stage?
Are we talking about spotted cows like beer, or what are we talking about here?
Doesn't it sound like that by extension, just anything MAGA is discord in America? I mean, just on its face.
Kinda. I kind of think it goes back to those pictures we were showing earlier of the Trump text messages where he was sounding very like trad and like trying to make like here's another one.
Make that bigger. Beers.
I've never had spotted cow beer before.
All right, here this was a text message
we need beer. Go ahead.
That was sent. It says it's a picture of Trump and it says Jesus Christ sent Donald Trump and JD Vance to end pornography in America. Abortion queen Kamala Harris will hand out free birth control like candy so girls can just hook up whenever. American men must bring back marriage and Christianity. Trump 2024. This sounds like it's meant to be sent to somebody to make them scared of Donald Trump, who might be a liberal, or like someone who is like
right.
Liberal.
That's from who?
Liberals.
Malin?
This was a text message that was sent to a colleague of mine.
Okay. No connection to Tenet Media, though.
No connection to that, no. But definitely disinformation swirling around.
We ran into Tenet Media just out in the wild a few times. I ran into them in Detroit when, specifically when Nick Fuentes showed up at America's first outdoor rally that was impromptu outside of the People's Convention. And he was like right up there next to Nick. So I'm curious, was that even mentioned in that indictment? Their affiliation or coverage of that?
So apparently Elon replied to 2 of the victims 70 times since the allegations in the indictment began.
So that's listed in the indictment?
No, that's somebody pointing it out.
Oh, wow.
Elon replied to the 2 victims 77 times. This is in the Tenet. This is in the RT indictment. Conversation that we started on earlier.
Elon, he replies to a lot of big accounts because it's good for the algorithm.
Yeah, but like, what's a big account on Elon's X versus what was a big account on Jack Dorsey's X?
Well, I'm just saying it's a big account's a big account. I mean, they have millions of followers.
But I would say Twitter used to have a larger, like, I feel like Twitter feels more, like, I can't tell if it's the people that I follow and interact with, but I feel like it's just an onslaught of like mostly like right-wing content that I interact with.
It's probably because they've changed the algorithm.
I feel like the biggest accounts are on the right.
Right.
That I see. And remember when we were doing that podcast, we were talking about like the most influential people on the left and the right.
Mm-hmm.
It was like that Wired article, and like all the people on the right were like recognizable names, like Aiden Ross, Nick Fuentes, Jackson Hinkle.
Right.
Yeah, like I can pull up the graphic, but you know we don't need to go into that. But it's interesting. I don't know. I think this is also something to stress very, very hard, is that Russians do vibe more with the policies and the beliefs on the right than on the American right than they do the American left. I just think that that's a given.
Yeah, I could probably say that's true, but
hell yeah.
But almost all people like American culture, which most of it is controlled by the left. So, I mean, to me, it's like splitting hairs. I mean, the American institutions are dominated by the left. So you can't escape it, I guess is my point. You can't escape American left.
I've always thought these kinds of influencers were bad for the movement and at the very least grifting, so I wouldn't be surprised. But also the fact of the matter is that this is typical campaign season stuff, and I guarantee they'll try to tie it into someone on the Trump campaign. Just remember when the Trump camp colluded with the Russians in 2016. Or wait. Some people think that more Russian meddling indictments could be coming down.
Oh, no. What are we going to do? I took it and threw it on the ground.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
I love that. Do you guys want to end with something fun? I'm trying to think of something fun that we could do.
I actually had something for y'all.
That reminded me for some reason of that A$AP Rocky video that Xvala was talking about the other day.
How would y'all feel about a good little movie? Sort of.
Do what?
I got something for y'all if y'all want to watch a little bit of it real quick.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Let's see. Let me open up my motherfucking bullshit. Hell yeah, boys. You're going to love this shit.
I've gone away with a lot on this channel that I never would have expected to. The jar, the scissors, the bacon, the box. But there's one story that I've been asked to cover several times throughout the years, and whenever I go back and read it, I think to myself, I'm not so sure YouTube's gonna let me get away with it this time. Maybe I don't want to push my luck. Of course, since
everybody loves a good Wang video, boys.
You know that what I'm talking about is
Wang.
Blowfly Girl. And I don't really know.
Y'all know about Blowfly Girl?
Maybe they'd let me get away with it. Maybe they'd give me a strike. Maybe they'd monetize it
Can I
like
get
they
a
monetized the
fat-
Cumbox video. Who knows?
Smash the motherfucking
It's like a
like
game
button
of
for
chicken that I
for
play every
Blowfly
time
Girl?
I upload one of these kinds of videos. So here's what I'm gonna do this time. I've uploaded my take on the Blowfly.
Sorry. The intro. Y'all are gonna
Blowfly
fucking
Girl
love this.
is probably the most infamous copy pasta of all copy pastas.
Hey.
And although, as I
Thanks,
said, I'm
Joe.
not going to be reading the story itself on YouTube,
cool.
I will give you a summary.
You're
of it.
fucking
Blowfly
cool.
Girl tells the story.
I love
of a
Meme
woman
Farm.
fed
Hell
with
yeah.
filth and maggots.
No,
One
it's
day,
meme-
she repeats
it's Meme
her
Factory
ritual of
now.
Secretly pleasuring herself inside
Meme Farm
the
is in Meme
dumpster.
Ranch.
Inside this dumpster, she had left behind a plastic garbage bag full of rotting meat, which had now become infested with maggots.
We're gonna
She
like
takes
this?
this concoction of
Yeah.
food and bugs and
You
shoves
are.
it inside herself, which she derives great enjoyment from. She drives back home while carrying her precious cargo, which she enjoys for a few days, and as she put it herself, other girls have babies, but I give birth to decay and filth. The story ends when she develops a severe infection and wakes up in a hospital. Sounds like fiction, right? This wild, prosaic story that sounds like something ripped from the pages of a Guro manga. Yet, during my research, I found out that such things do occur,
This is
and
your
in
music,
fact,
right,
there
Leon?
exists a video
is the
depicting this
royalty-free
very
music.
thing, which I'm not going to show you for very obvious reasons. So what's the deal with this story? Where did it come from? A lot of people think that this story simply appeared one day on 4chan. In fact, some sources point to a specific thread on B in May of 2007.
You would
And
think.
although this thread on B definitely contributed to the popularization of the story, it had been floating around the internet for some time. The first thing we need to look at is its name, Blowfly Girl. The thing is, although this story is often called Blowfly Girl, that's not actually the name of the story. Rather, Blowfly Girl is the name of the author, and the story itself is something she merely refers to as her maggot story. And this maggot story created by Blowfly Girl can be traced back much further, all the way to GeoCities. Unfortunately, Blowfly Girl's GeoCities page was terminated in 2005, presumably due to its content. And if you try to look at her original account on the Internet Archive, it's behind an adult
night,
content
Rasmus.
warning, meaning that you had to log
Thanks
in
for
to get
hopping
to
on.
it, which means that the
Hopefully,
Internet Archive
you'll
wasn't
hop on
able
again
to save
soon.
it.
We'll be
So the very
streaming
first
pretty
incarnation of Blowfly Girl
often.
does not appear
We're gonna be
to have
gaming
been
later.
preserved in any
Yeah, we're
way,
gonna be
but if you
after
have
hours.
it, I'd love to see it. After the termination of her account,
Live stream gaming
Blowfly Girl would
after
return
hours.
in the new year on January 1st, 2006, this time with a new Yahoo account. Yahoo ID, Blowfly Girl 2. Real name, Deborah.
Jesus
Nickname,
Christ.
Blowfly Girl. Location, Northeastern Illinois. Age, 27. Marital status, single. Sex, female. Hobbies, slowly destroying myself, using my own sick perversions
Hell yeah,
as
that's
a weapon.
hot.
Descending
That's so
into
hot,
the
dude.
depraved little hell I've created for myself. It all makes me come. Latest news. I can hardly wait for it to get warmer so the flies will come
Yeah,
back
definitely, man.
and
Hop
deposit
on
their
next time.
repulsive little spawn for me
We'll
so I
get
can
into
feel
it.
them moving
Tomorrow.
and growing inside me again. I want
Tomorrow
the
and-
maggots to make love to me and ruin me.
Tomorrow,
Favorite quote.
possibly
I'd
Friday.
like it if you'd look at my profile before you
Astro
edit it.
ticker.
She also made single blog posts. Entry for January 1st, 2006. It's a new year, and I guess that means it's time to start new things, like this blog. Yahoo deleted my old GeoCities page a few months ago. Lost all of my contacts.
So what we thinking, boys?
Let's outro.
Let's outro this mother. Wait, so can you just summarize this real quick? Because I do want to know what happens.
All right, so
Caleb,
basically, Blowfly Girl, she, as you know, she loves stuffing up rotting meat and maggots in her vagina. That's her thing, man. She loves it. It makes it
Delicious.
It feel the jiggles, and and everybody's trying to figure out like where the original post came from because like obviously the GeoCities fucking page is gone, and nobody can get it. But there is a blog. There is still her blog up. I don't know if it's up now, but it was up whenever this video had been posted. And everybody wants to know if it's fucking real. And it's kind of like up to interpretation, but it's most likely real. Just based on the rest of the video and shit like that Wayne kind of explains. It's a good watch, boys. Give it a good watch. Here's a link.
Sounds like more content for the cucumber.
Yeah. Woo!
Look at that sexy.
God, that is fucking so hot, dude. I just want to.
Look at the vein. Is that cucumber have veins on it? What? No, I'm kidding.
Oh, hold on.
All right.
No
Is that an
mind.
outro?
I got one more thing here. I have to show Leon something.
Oh shit! All right,
Dude, Leon.
Oh god.
I gotta play this real quick before we outro.
I'm watching.
Oh fuck! What? Are you serious? Hold on.
Nene, before you get a whooping.
Okay, dude, check this out.
Watch me whip. Watch me nene. Watch me whip. Watch me nene.
There we go.
Watch me. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Now watch me duff.
Oh, God, here we go.
Leon. Okay, Kaylin,
EQ, baby.
verify this for me. Leon and Dave Franco.
Is that gay, Franco?
They're the same people. Listen to them.
Turns me on.
Not obviously sexual. What's the age difference between my sister and me?
2 years.
And more specifically,
You're 2 years younger, is that what you mean?
It sounds like
it is.
I mean, like,
It is you.
like to refer to our age difference.
18 months?
22 months.
22 months.
Dude, I'm getting chills listening to this. That is you, Leon.
So close.
Yeah,
to
you could
2
you
years.
could
God,
do
we
like
talked about that.
you could do some weird like sensual.
When and what was my?
Okay, listen to his answer.
You could.
Close your
Oh,
eyes.
sorry,
Yeah.
I hit it because I wanted to. So you could do some weird sensual like Dave Franco like AI shit.
Guys,
You know, like
listen, okay. This is actually not the fucking first time somebody has told me I sound like fucking
real?
Dave Franco. Yes, that's fucking crazy. I totally forgot about it, but I just now fucking remembered. That's fucking crazy.
Every time you hear and I talk
it's
to you,
me,
I'm thinking
James
Dave
Franco. You know, I was really trying to really put a performance on this last movie, and yeah, really cool. James Franco, I love him. Best actor. Oh, absolutely awesome.
I love it. I think it's a great thing to have. It's a great feature.
That's why we have you wear the mask.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe I am James
Your,
Franco.
your good looks would be too distracting for everyone. So
It would
Yeah.
compromise if everyone knew that Dave Franco was hosting a podcast. It would be too much to handle.
a streamcast, a podcast. So let's outro and come back with the after hours.
All right, take care, everyone. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Stay tuned for After Hours.